Hi Capricorn. Ooh. And welcome in. Happy birthday to those Capricorns out there. And this is your season. This is your month. This is your reading. January 2025. All information to work with me one-on-one is below. You can check that out. Payment links and options are below as well. Schedule Patreon for this and the extended version of this reading, which will be in the Patreon link all below, so check that out. And let's get right into your reading. I'm just gonna adjust this light, and you have to bear with me. My lights are being really funny with me right now. All right, Capricorn, what's in store for you? First card out is the World. What a beautiful way to start both an end of the year reading and a beginning of the year reading. Capricorn, this is the World. The World is a wreath, if you haven't noticed, and there's fixed signs around it. This shows us, this is a sign of both completion and a new beginning. So when you're completing something, what happens? You have to do what you can until you reach the finish line. How do you want to finish this? How do you want to begin? How you want to finish something is how you want to begin it. Are you rushing? Or are you being thorough like you are? Are you being patient with yourself? Right? There is more to the story. There's more to create. And it's possible that you may need to allow whatever is not within your control to close out. For some of you. And a lot of you, it's funny, I gotta show you both the cards. The World looks back, the Queen of Wands looks forward. A lot of you just want to look forward. It's funny because Capricorns need to understand the past. That is how you move forward. But although a lot of times, depending on the Capricorn that you are, but if you way more on the masculine side, you will always be looking to push forward and move forward. That feminine side of you, though, needs to look to the past to understand, integrate, and move forward. So it's possible that there's still a link in which you have to allow yourself to integrate your intuition and allow whatever needs to die, whatever you need to let go of, to transform. That's how this new beginning starts. Right? It could be around your moon, who knows? But right now you feel that completion, and nothing just ends in a day. I mean, it could feel like it, but nothing really, something long-term, right? About maybe your sense of control as well. This is about integrating it through intuition and trusting the part of you, the parts of you that know. Now, this here could be speaking directly to that creative side of you, is where you need creative control, creative direction, or to listen to your intuition. There's something you may want to act on at this time, and where looking back can help you is where you need to free up space or time in order to really allow this transformation to close out or continue to happen. For a lot of you, this is also being in deep healing and deep meditation with yourself. You could find a lot of answers there. You could find a lot of insights there right now, is being in a place where you feel very centered. So it's possible that this part of you that looks forward, this part of you that wants control, needs to allow itself to surrender into what you already know, what you're already capable of, which is a lot, and see this transformation continue. To be able to allow the emotions to let go. So if you don't do physical body movement, especially something like yoga, more of a mindful practice, or being very present in your practice with the engaging of your muscles, and also noticing where you may be more sore and tender at this time, that will communicate a lot to you. Because here's a few things. The Queen of Wands can tend to be a Leo sign, We have Mars and Leo right now. Scorpio is also under the guise of Mars. It's also under the guise of Pluto. Pluto is the generative organs. And then we have also Gemini out on the table. So there's somewhere in which you're breathing in. So when you contract and something ends, you're contracting. So think about your lungs exhaling. And then when you're inhaling and expanding, you are beginning something new. You're being open to opportunity. So what happens then is the air needs to come out in order for new to come in. That can be your physical environment, right? That something is leaving in order for something else to come in. There's a part of you that needs to let go of the control so you can listen more to your intuition, because that is what's guiding this change. Boom. That. You're also being asked to show forgiveness and mercy in ways as well. Wherever you feel very powerful right now, Capricorn can have the tendency in either to look down on others or needing to joke at the expense of others, and that's all well and good, but notice if it's actually coming from a playful place or if it's coming for, I have a lack of control, I need to feel power in some kind of way. And it seems like for a lot of you, it's about the enjoyment and the joy. This is another Leo card. Mars is in Leo. I don't have something out that I should, but that would mean that it's your 8th house. So your 8th house is resources, your mental health. For Capricorn risings, you're being exposed to, so you may be in the dark for a moment, you want control, and then you tap into this more intuitive place, you sense your body, you find movement. Not that you have to do that all in that order, but something is transforming because you're then able to see the light. You come to this place of closure, you're ending something, and then you see the light. You're able to open up. For some of you, this may be a grievance too. This is an actual death where you need to find faith and you need to find trust within yourself, because physical death is hard. And it's in your sun sign. It's where you want to enjoy your life, but maybe you're noticing someone else go through something, or someone that you know passes, and it could be hard to feel the joy, and allow yourself all the time that you need, but all the time that you need to feel into that, to allow yourself to process. Grief is also held in the lungs. So for some of you, that could be that, and you've wanted to control it, and now you have the wherewithal and the capability to integrate and to understand. This could have been something from years ago, and now it's coming up now, and you're wondering why. Well, it's because you want to move forward, and this is what's been held. This is what held you back from moving forward. And for some of you, it's literally present. And the sun is saying it's still important to laugh when you can. It's still important to have fun when you can. It's still important to express your heart and express your energy, because that's what makes life important. This doesn't just have to be the joy, but this is directing you towards the joy. So if you're not grieving a physical loss, whatever you are grieving or going through and change and meeting yourself where you need to, it's going to connect you to maybe your inner child. Maybe this more expressive part of yourself where the Queen of Wands can trust this process, and then the sun opens up, the light opens up and guides the way. It's also about, it's love. It's how you support yourself through this time. Expanding the way that you communicate. Mars is in Leo. Maybe going over something that you may have been protecting, which in turn caused you to feel stuck in some area of your life. Maybe for some of you, this is about devaluing an area of your life, and then this exposure of the sun, the light of the sun, the enjoyment, right? What happens next after we feel enjoyment? A lot of times we can feel low after it, right? It's an ebb and flow. It's an up and down. So it shows you to where you were vulnerable. It's what you've been protecting, securing, hidden, underneath it all, in the heart, where it's all hidden, right? In the psyche. where these are the places in which we hold on. And it felt like important at the time. For a lot of you, this felt really important to protect, to hold on to. It felt secure, and now it's just weighing you down. This thought process, this way of going about life is actually decreasing your value. And now you have the wherewithal, you have the energy, and you have everything you need to now see this through. This is the month where you do open up to this new way of life, but it also allows you to close something in a very purposeful way, in a way that where you see yourself and are so present with what the chapters that you're closing, whether internally or externally, because for a lot of you, this is an internal thing that towards the end of the month becomes external, but this is the way that you feel about yourself, the way you feel about your accomplishments, the way you can relax in your body, the way you sit, the way you stand, the way you move in your life, how you get from one place to another, how you trust that if you drive or if you walk, the other people around you, you can trust that you're safe to get from one place to another, is basically what I was saying. Some of you, your roles in your communities are shifting. Capricorn risings, you have Scorpio in the 11th house. Very much so about you may need to connect in a deeper way with people. That's maybe how you want to experience community, is the acceptance of and the surrender to being in a space where you can go deep with people, which also brings joy. So like going deeply opens up space to feel comfortable and safe, to also feel more joy with people, feel more safe with people, feel more ability to express with people. This could also mean that this community or this place where it brings you good luck, it may bring you a lot of good energy, where you feel safe and free to explore these parts of you that you may have been hiding from yourself and hiding from the world, and they can't heal if they stay hidden. They can't be utilized if they stay hidden. They can't be seen if they stay hidden. So what you notice is that there is a long time ago where you tuck certain things safe away or only bring it out in times where you feel maybe completely safe or something, and now that's what changes. That you no longer feel this heaviness or this burden upon you. You're now learning to connect deeply with yourself and with the life that you're in, so that you feel good and a part of some things, safe to feel and express, safe to let go in your body. For some of you also may notice that this will bring you to a place where you may want to do something on your own. If you're always working for someone else, you may find that you need to or want to, a way to make more income is actually through expressing yourself. So there's that. That's what's been hidden, is like if you, whatever you're most resistant to at this time, especially if you find a lot of ease in your life, wherever you're most resistant is usually your biggest clue as to what you need to move through and what you need to step through at this time. This is your energy read for the end of throughout the year. So we have Queen of Pentacles, Five of Wands, and the Hierophant. This shows us that you will be learning to be in your worth and also connect spiritually, connect to a faith, because there's a lot unknown. There's a lot changing next year, especially in astrology. There's a lot changing from the beginning of the year. And this is all bringing you to a place for you to feel safe within yourself, right? It's mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually. This is a very spiritual reading. It's asking you to create from a space so that you feel you can be a part of something, but you feel so worthy within yourself as an individual. And you get so clear about what it is that you're meant to offer to others, what you're meant to give, what you're meant to try, that through this, you see where you may have been fighting yourself because you've been resistant to it. That all along you've been fighting something that you've innately known and it's a sense of security for you, but there's emotions attached to it. You finally feel safe to express, feeling worthy to express yourself regardless, to move through whatever there is external struggle of you believing in yourself. Monetarily, you understand it, but where is it spiritually? Where is it in your beliefs? Where is it in what you know about your life, in your world, in your beliefs? And finding this year is very much a year where you find a way to that through your beliefs. You find this divine sense of clarity through speaking up, through talking through things, especially spiritual aspects. That also places where you can be creative. Maybe a new hobby, maybe it's starting a new job, a creative, or another endeavor. But through this experience, that, for a lot of you, it tends to be monetary, but it's actually connecting just so much deeper into your worth and voicing things and just being very clear about your expression. And that's what moves you through from 5 of Pentacles, 5 of Wands. That friction is what changes it all. That friction or frustration or any kind of negativity that comes up against this is your answer that it's time to see this through. It's time to acknowledge this. It's time to be clear and believe in something real for you, for your security here, for your groundedness here. And where you feel so inclined and emotionally secure to speak up about it. It's transformed you. Why not? So, intuitive movement brings you closer to yourself, closer to what you believe, your security, sense of awareness. You are starting something new creatively, and you don't realize how deeply it is going to change your life until it does. And you feel there's just a greater sense of freedom within yourself and the ability to create and flow through life from this. So Capricorn, I'm really excited for you. You've had to deal with a lot, but you're getting a lot of insights through how Pluto, was in for Capricorn rising, Sun, Moon. Pluto was there for such a long time, and you're now some of you are even just integrating your psyche, and it's integrating with you now, where you're gonna feel so much warmth, right? Some of you, maybe the temperature has been a thing for you. You may feel so much more warmth coming your way throughout the course of the year, and to remember to stay grounded in that security within yourself first and foremost, and be gentle with the parts of you where you didn't know, where you've been unsure, and to feel secure and safe in these parts of yourself that does know. And it's time to speak up about it. Time to express yourself more. Have more freedom with that. Release the attachments and be open. All right, Capricorn, very excited for you. Happy birthday. This is the birthday of a decade, 2 decades, a century, perhaps. All information to work with me is below. We'll see you there.